Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking You, Me, and My Ex, Season 1, Episode 9. Before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So it seems Episode 9 is the season finale, and it seemed a bit rushed. They wanted to cram all these couples into one episode and wrap up these storylines. I have no idea if they're going to have a reunion. I sort of hope they do, because I would love to find out what is currently going on with these couples. But the show starts out with Kay, Jerry, and Jessica. Okay, so this episode was ridiculous. We find out at the very beginning that, last week we saw Kay leave. The production team was able to convince her to come back and quarantine for 14 days in Jerry's cabin in order for her to complete the final interviews for the show with Jerry and Jessica. So Kay is taking her time getting ready. She says that she's got this plan. She's going to go in there and she's going to give it to him and let him know exactly how she felt, while Jerry and Jessica are sitting at the house waiting for her to show up. And of course, Jessica is being her regular passive-aggressive self, making snide comments about, oh, she just wants to make us wait. She wants us to sit here wondering where she is and what she's gonna do. I mean, it was typical Jessica. Kay had a plan, but her plan came out really childish and immature. I think that she made some really great points. She could have come in and said what she had to say without all the extra dramatics. I mean, it was drama at its highest form. She brought these two balloons with her and she wrote on the balloons Jerry and Jessica, and she told them, when I get really upset, instead of punching you in your face, I'm just gonna punch these balloons. Jessica makes this stupid comment, Jessica, pipe down, be quiet. I mean, the woman is a mess. And Kay, girl, stop it.
So when I'm ready, I'm just gonna hit the balloons like it's their face to try to refrain myself from exploding.
I don't know how to get along with someone like that.
I'm starting to wonder if I wanna really punch you instead of the balloon.
Well, Kay starts off with a list. She's gonna give Jerry a list about his behavior and how she felt. She says that Jerry is stubborn, lacks empathy, incapable of keeping a woman happy, and he's also incapable of putting his foot down. He's not able to be the man of his household, and he absolutely has no backbone. I said, well, no lies detected. That's how I feel about Jerry myself, but I don't live there, and that's not my problem, but I still understand where she's coming from. Then she moves on to Jessica. She says that Jessica is stubborn, vindictive, controlling. She says that also explains their dynamic. That's why Jerry cannot make a move, period, without getting Jessica's approval. And she says that she believes that Jessica resembles a stick.
From the looks of it, she resembles a stick.
That was cute. Can Jessica have a rebuttal, please?
I'm not sinking down to that level.
You are full of Don't come to me with no I don't want to hear it.
Okay, again, I detected no lies. Everything that she said about Jerry and Jessica was absolutely true. I just wish she would have came at it a different way. The thing that really ticked me off is while she's giving them her opinion and her thoughts, Jerry and Jessica decide to also go childish, go low, and very passive aggressive. They start laughing and acting as if they're two high school students who are at the pool table and Kay is not worthy of them. That's how they acted. That's how they came off, in my opinion.
One for Jessica.
Wow, and look at she's
And
buying.
one for Jerry.
Now listen, this behavior is a bit much. I think that she definitely could prove her point without all of this. Did anybody notice that the entire time that Kay was living there, Jerry always took Jessica's side? That continued. He talked down about Kay the whole time. He was saying that Jessica was right. Jessica warned him that Kay was disruptive, that Jessica had told him that the only reason why Kay was getting along with his daughter and the rest of his kids was only when he was around, and that something was seriously wrong with Kay. And I said, you know what? That is terrible. Jessica does not want Jerry to be happy. She does not want Jerry to move on. She just did not want Jerry to be with Kay, and she made sure that she put a stop to it. Kay says that she believes that they are still married and that they are lying. Personally, I think that they really are divorced, but they just have this weird, ridiculous dynamic between the two of them. I think that Jerry is a piece of shit. Excuse my French. This whole time, I believe that Jerry's behavior was deplorable, and so was Jessica, and Kay was a complete mess. None of these people were cut out for this. Kay should have kept her butt home. She does mention that she left her family, her friends, she quit her job to come there. Jerry is a complete jerk who only thought about himself. He only wanted to make sure that his needs were fulfilled, and Jessica only wanted to make sure that his needs were fulfilled, just not by Kay. Jessica definitely wanted to be the queen of the house, and that's exactly what happened. She is the queen of that house.
You have multiple personalities, but this personality here is who you really are. And I could see that from the beginning.
Me upset. Me upset of how I was treated. Me upset of wasting my time. Me upset of leaving my job. Being away from my friends. Being away from my family. This is what the this is for no.
She really is.
I think she's just threw something at the front door.
Okay, now that's a lot. That's a lot. You know, she made an entrance and she made an exit. But was it too much? Get down in the comments and let me know. The producers did ask Jessica and Jerry if they thought that they would ever get back together. Jessica says no, she likes their relationship the way it is, and Jerry says you can never say never. In the end, it turns out now that Kay is gone, Jessica has packed up and moved back to Utah. So that was the thing. I'm going to stay here this whole time, ruin your relationship with Kay. As soon as she's gone, I'll just go ahead and move on with my life. She just didn't want Kay to be there. She could have left when she found out Kay was moving in. Jerry is now dating some girl online. Poor child. They did not give us an update on Kay. Then we move on to Lauren, John, April, and Roy. So it starts out, it is April's wedding day. She is getting married to John. I first would like to speak about this wedding dress of April's. I don't like it. Not because I'm being judgy, but I think I don't like it because it was just way too much cleavage in the front. And at some parts of the show, she looked as if she was one sneeze away from everything being exposed. I just think weddings, it's okay to have some cleavage, but to have everything hanging out the way that was, no ma'am, I didn't like it. Maybe I'm a prude.
I used to love, is so in love, and my children are getting to witness this. That is the place that I am just holding on to as happiness right now. That makes me happy. The hard things are knowing where I'm at in my personal life and the fact that I don't have that same connection with love.
You may seal your vows with a kiss.
I think that Lauren is a lovely person. I think that it takes a really big heart for her to be there. She says that she thinks that April is the love of John's life. John's her ex-husband, so she's aware that she was not the love of John's life. But she says that she also thinks that April is the love of her life. She says that she loves April. April is her best friend, and she is very happy to be a part of that wedding. She's just a little bit sad that she doesn't have a love of her own. And then I thought, maybe you could date Roy. I mean, since you guys are swapping out, couldn't she date Roy? Roy's a nice man. I bet April would drop Lauren faster than you could say Lauren. I bet she wouldn't be a bridesmaid or maid of honor at Lauren's wedding if Lauren married Roy. No ma'am. Roy decided not to show up for the wedding, but he did decide to show up for the reception. He said that he wanted to be respectful to April's family and John's family, so that's why he didn't show up for the wedding ceremony, because he thought it would be a little bit odd. But he did show up for the reception because he wanted to be supportive of the children and their family. You know, he lets her know when he sees her that he doesn't have a grudge. He's not trying to settle or get revenge. He just wants to be supportive. You know, he says it's really hard for him to make excuses and to support when he knows how she left him for the neighbor. She cheated on him and left him. And I remember at the beginning, she said that she left him, but he had done nothing wrong, that he was a good husband to her. But on the episode, she says that he was emotionally not available for her the last year of their marriage. And I guess her father had passed at that time, and she was telling him what she needed, but he wasn't giving it. And he did apologize for that. He says that he is very sorry and that he was a little bit upset that he didn't get a chance to fight for her. All of this is going on while they're sitting on the couch next to Lauren and John. I said, well, what? That has to be the oddest situation. Roy and April are totally in love with each other. And then there was a part that was on the show that they showed in the coming up segment, but they cut it short during the episode. She tells him that she wants him to be happy. And he says, don't even go there. Don't even say that, because every time I try to move on to be happy, you blow it all up. I have no idea why they showed it in the coming up, but didn't show it when the commercial break was over and the show came back on. And I believe it. I believe that she does not want Roy to find somebody else and be happy, because she still wants the option of being with Roy. The producers asked April if she still loves Roy, and she says, of course, I still love him. I couldn't imagine a world without him. Now, when she's saying this, she's sitting right next to John. But I think the producer asked the wrong question. She should have said, are you still in love with Roy?
I don't want to wake up one day and think, why did I do this? Was this the right decision? Could there still be something for Roy and I? I feel bad thinking these things, but maybe I did rush into this marriage with John.
Now listen, after that, come on now. Can you tell me that this woman is not in love with Roy? At the end of the show, we find out that April and Roy still remain close. However, they're trying to work on their blended family with John and Lauren. And then they let us know that April has been taking frequent trips out to California to spend time with Roy. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine your husband or wife flying out to California to spend time with their ex-husband or wife and you being okay with it? Now I'm just gonna go and sit here on the couch while you out in California living it up with your ex. No, ma'am. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with these people? No, I need a reunion. Danielle, Josh, Jennifer, and Chantel. Now, honey, listen, they are finally bringing the beautiful Camilla home. That baby is so cute. And there was a scene where Chantel was holding her and she had her eyes wide open. The prettiest little blue eyes. That baby is adorable. The baby is doing much better. She spent 2 nights in the NICU under the Billy Rubin lights and in the Billy Rubin blanket, and now she's good. She can come home.
Here, you gotta see her hair.
I don't know why I got emotional. I didn't know how I was gonna react, because you don't really have a way to prepare yourself for something like that.
Now, honey, listen, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? As soon as they put that baby in his arms, he started crying. There is no way, absolutely no way that this man does not love this baby already. There is no way that he is not going to want to be the father of this baby. And I am so glad that I am not the only one who thought that. Jennifer's mom and dad piped up and said exactly that.
You know what? Baby don't get here without a dad. You can't say, I'm going to call him Josh, but my sister and brother are going to call him Dad.
She's not living under his roof.
But she's going to be primarily raised by these
believe it
two.
or not, I believe in Tom, he's going to want to be dad.
No.
Oh, yes, he will.
See, her mom is right. How is it that his other 2 children are going to call him daddy, but she isn't? Those children are siblings, and the reason they are siblings is one thing. Josh. They all have the same dad. That's what makes them siblings. And you are going to tell all of them that they are siblings, but you're not going to let this kid call him dad. You're not going to let the kid know that he's the baby's father. Chantel and Jennifer are full of crap. And this, well, we don't live in the same house. You don't live in the same house, but you guys are together 24/7. 24/7. You expect Josh and his mom to treat this baby as if it's their child and grandchild by giving them the same exact love that he gives the other two children, but you don't want to give him the title. You don't want to tell this baby that he's their father. It just makes no sense. I'm just going to raise all these kids together, but we're not going to tell her that he's her dad. Why not? Look, if they wanted to keep separation like this, they should have went to a sperm bank, or maybe they should have used Larry with his nasty self. Nobody wants to have the sex with you, Larry. At the end of the show, we find out that Josh's role in Camila's life has still not been settled. However, they are trying to blend their family together by looking for one large home to all live in. Okay, so it just gets crazier and crazier. So what? First you said they weren't going to be in the same house, but now you're looking for a house to live together. So Josh and his new wife, plus Josh's ex-wife, plus Josh's ex-wife's wife, and all of Josh's children living in the same house. We're not going to tell Camila Josh is her daddy. What? Get out of here. Caroline, Alex, and Steven. So Caroline and Alex are having a housewarming party. They just want to invite everyone over and let them know that they are engaged. And Caroline's mom, Lisa, straight out of Dynasty, is coming over. And so is Alex's sister, Jessica. Caroline and Alex did a great job. They put out a dessert bar. This stuff looked beautiful. I said, where did they get this stuff? Because you know they didn't make this. Everything is incredible. It was impeccable. They did that because Alex wanted to impress Caroline's mom. And I said, Alex, that is so sweet. Alex is doing his best to be on a good page with Caroline's mom.
How are you?
I brought you flowers.
Oh, thank you.
A little bit different than the ones you brought me.
Just a little bit.
Oh, I thought y'all was lying about the snacks.
That woman is rude. She comes in there with those flowers and lets him know those are different than the ones he gave her. So in other words, her flowers cost more than his. You know what, girl? Go on somewhere and sit down. I mean, just be happy that he brought you flowers. Who acts like that? Rude. So we find out that Carolyn's mom and Alex's sister are both Geminis. That explains a lot. No judgment to the Gemini peeps, but I dated a Gemini once. Oh gosh, I don't think Geminis and Cancers get along. Anyway, moving on.
We did, however, get engaged.
I'm thrilled.
Her facial expression told me today that she ain't ready. Okay? She is not ready to blend families.
I have to agree with Alex's sister. Her face didn't seem thrilled at all. Her face didn't say, yay, I'm gonna blend families. You know, it was clear that she doesn't want them together, but she tried to remain cool. She tried to be supportive. You know, her sister was there, so I think her sister was really good as a buffer. You know, Caroline kept a happy face on. Alex was being extremely sweet to her. You know, she did make a comment about his outfit.
But I don't like...
You don't like the shirt?
No. I have a tablecloth that matches that.
You know, this woman, first it was his tracksuit. Now it's his shirt that she wasn't a fan. So I would say that if Alex and Caroline get married, I have a feeling that his entire wardrobe is going to be replaced. That woman is a full-on mess. I personally wish Caroline and Alex the very best. I hope that their relationship makes it. I hope they last. I hope they marry. But I don't have the best of hopes that it will. I don't know. I feel that Steven is going to be a problem. At the end, we find out that Steven is no longer a phone call away. He has left the safety of his parents' basement. He now visits Alex and Caroline at their house daily. No, ma'am. I mean, are you kidding me? You're not gonna be over here every day. I mean, don't you think that's too much? Don't you think that's wearing out your welcome? What do you need to be over here every day for? I don't have high hopes for Alex and Caroline because Steven will never get out of the picture. Anyway, I am hoping for a reunion. I want to know what you guys think. Get down in the comments and let me know. And until next time, bye.